everyone, and welcome back to another video. So I just got done reading a new book for 2024. I don't remember when it came out, but it is from a debut author. Her name is Lynn Buchanan, and she is the author of the Dollmakers. So this was very, very unique. The whole like culture of it, I believe, takes after some like Asian culture. It might be taking bits and pieces from different culture. I'm not sure which Asian culture, but at least from what some of the etiquettes are, and a little bit of the background that she explains in this world, it just comes off to me like her inspiration for this world has to do with a little bit of Asian culture, which I think is absolutely fascinating, and it's great. So this takes place in a country called One. And basically they have these people that make dolls, and they have a mark that makes these dolls come to life. And these dolls are either guard dolls or they're artisan dolls, which if they're like artisan dolls, basically like they're pieces of art, people will buy these. They'll be toys that can be played with children. But the guard dolls, they guard the country called One from these creatures called the Shad. And so this country has been at war with the Shad for as long as people can remember. So it is very important in their culture to have guard doll makers. And our main character, Sheen, she wants to be a guard doll maker. That's all she wants to do. That was her goal ever since she became an apprentice of a doll maker. Her parents and her brother were guard doll makers, and so with what happened to them, she wants to be a guard doll maker. She wants to protect the country called One. So she goes on this journey after the book starts out with her going through her license exam. Basically, you have the licensor come, looks at the doll, and then what the doll makers don't know, and apparently it's a kept secret, is you ask the doll, are you a guard doll maker, or are you a guard doll, are you this, are you that, kind of thing. Well, and the doll that she picked tells the licensor that no, he is not a guard doll. So the licensor gives Sheen an artisan license, and Sheen is not for it at all. So her master sends her on a journey to talk to a licensed doll maker that is up north. And so that's where she goes on her little journey, and she's got a plot in the back of her mind to kind of show people what's going on. And then that's the story really shows the progression of how Sheen starts to how she ends as a person, and what things that she realizes, what she did, and other things like that. So it's a very good story about growing, I think, about learning. And it's not just Sheen. There's another character that you meet that, you know, has a rough background, and she is kind of stuck in it. But then through a conflict in this book, she also learns to grow as well. So the author did a very, very good job, because in my personal opinion, I did not like Sheen. I did not like her at all. Not that I didn't like reading from her perspective, I just didn't like her as a character. She just annoyed me because of the decisions that she made, the arrogance that she had, and all kinds of other stuff. But she, as the book goes on, she, you know, grows. And that's what I really liked seeing. And the author did a phenomenal job at that. There is also a character that Sheen meets in one of the towns on her journey, and then he is part of the book later on as well. He's a very interesting character. And I know that this is saying a novel from the Fallen Peaks, so I'm wondering if Lynn Buchanan plans on writing some more novels in the Fallen Peaks world, and if this one character, Rogue, is going to be in any of her books. Because as you read and you learn a little bit more about him, there's still some mystery, and you have an idea based on some context, but it's hard to tell exactly what his story is. We learn what his goal is, what his sole purpose is, but we don't know why. And we don't know exactly where he came from. Like, we know what country he's from, but we're not sure, like, what he is, in my opinion. So I'd really love to find out more about that character, to be honest. But this was just so great. I loved the writing style. I love the progression of the characters and the development of the characters. I loved the world building. All in all, this was a fantastic debut novel, in my opinion. I thought it was a great read. I really can't wait to read anything else that Lynn Buchanan puts out. I just think she's got it down, in my opinion, and I'm excited to see what else she puts out in the coming years. So if you haven't checked this out, go get it. You will not be disappointed. I thought it was phenomenal. If you have read it, please let me know in the comments below and what your thoughts were about this book, and about it being a debut novel. So I would absolutely love to know. And don't forget, like, subscribe, and be good people.
When you feel it's hopeless, when you think that you lost, oh, I will take your hand and we'll rise up from the dust. Oh,